Happy Monday morning. Welcome to Aura 7 Yoga. Here at Aura 7 Active or on Instagram, our live session every weekday at 10 a.m. Good morning. Nice to see you guys. Awesome. Perfect. So this morning, we're going to just simply get going onto our mats. As usually, I recommend some blocks, maybe straps if you need that. Awesome to see you all. Perfect. And we're going to get settled. We're going to start in a beautiful child's pose. So let's get going. Come to your mat. Clean your mat sometimes. Bring your knees nice and wide. Bring the big toes to touch behind you. Drop the hips down onto your heels and walk the arms in front of you. For any reason you feel tightness in your hips, maybe you want to bring your knees together and bring the arms by your side to modify the pose. Heels and knees together, belly onto the thighs, arms by your side. That's just a different option. I'm going to choose the extended child's pose version this morning, reaching the arms forward, dropping the hips down to the heels. Just simply focus onto the breath. Without changing the pattern of the breath, just notice the breath. Notice the breath that is there. Notice the inhales. Notice the reaction of your body as you're inhaling. And slow exhale, and still watching the exhale and noticing the reaction of your body as you're exhaling. Couple more conscious breaths like that, and see if you can spread the consciousness around the body. Really feel every single inch of the body. As you're breathing in, sharing that energy with the whole body, sending that energy into the cells. And as you're exhaling, releasing everything out of the body, out of the lungs, out of the soul. One more deep inhale, rich inhale breath in through the nose, really filling up the lungs all the way to the top. Sipping a little more air in, lifting the forearms and the elbows away from the mat, activating through the fingertips all the way down to your hips. Then open your mouth in a nice audible release as you let everything melt back down to the earth. Seal the lips, continue to breath in and out through the nose. Gaze up to your fingers, walk the hands all the way to the right. Drop the forehead in between the biceps. And then walk the hands all the way back to the left. Drop the forehead in between the biceps. Pressing the right hip back to the right heel. And come back to center. Rise up into a tabletop position, all fours. Knees over the hips. Then start to walk the hands forward. Release the forehead down. Come on into a puppy pose. Keeping the hips over the knee line. Deep inhale. Feeling that opening through the front of the body. And then maybe as you exhale, lift the chin up and place the chin onto the mat as you gaze forward. Good, gently walk your hands back, coming back into that tabletop position. Spread the fingers, gaze down, neck is long. Then drop the belly, lift the gaze, lift the tailbone to the sky. Exhale, gaze back to your navel, round through the upper spine. Come on back into neutral tabletop position. Turn the fingers around so your fingers are pointing towards your knees, your thumbs are pointing outward. Deep inhale, drop the belly, lift the tailbone, lift the gaze to the sky. Exhale, round it out from the chin to the chest. Then come back into a neutral tabletop position. Keep the fingers like that and see if you can shift the body weight back to your heels, opening through the frontal wrist joint. And come back to center, flipping the palms around, pressing the tops of your palms onto the mat. Your thumbs are facing towards each other. Your fingers are pointing towards the knees. Micro bending to the elbows. Inhale, lift up the gaze, drop the belly. Exhale, round out of the chin to the chest. Come back into neutral tabletop position. Keep the palms like that. Keep the micro bending to the elbows. Just shift the body weight back to your heels. Feel that beautiful opening through the wrist without forcing it. Just allowing that opening to happen. Use the exhalation to soften the muscles and maybe open up a little bit more. And come back to center, placing the palms back to the mat. Shaking the palms on the right side and on the left side. Sending all that fresh blood into your wrist joint. Now walk your hands a couple inches more forward. Spread the fingers, tuck your toes under, lift your hips high. Downward facing dog. Separate your feet about like hip distance apart. And then allow your heels to come right behind your toes. And then instead of forcing the heels to touch the mat, see if you can soften the knees and lengthen out through the spine, wrapping the tricep muscles down and spinning your biceps up to the ceiling. Still feel how your index finger knuckle and your thumb knuckle is really pressing down to the earth. Then maybe keeping the length through the spine, keeping the engagement in the lower belly. Soften the backs of the knees towards the back of the mat and melt the heels closer to the mat. Then come on higher into your tippy toes, stretch out your feet. Exhale, melt your heels to the back right corner of the mat. Come back to center, lift up the heels. Exhale, melt the heels to the back left corner of the mat. Good, then come back to center, downward facing dog. Melt the heels down, deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it out. With the next inhale, come on forward into a high plank position, top of a push-up. Use your core as you come forward, bringing the shoulders over the wrist. Keep wrapping the triceps back, the biceps forward, your belly strong. Then exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Watch your tricep muscles as you go forward and go back. And you still wrap the tricep muscles back and spin the biceps forward. So try that. Inhale, come forward into a high plank pose. As you wrap the tricep muscles back, spin the bicep muscles forward. Your chest is reaching forward. Then exhale, slowly press back and keep wrapping the triceps down to the mat. Good, we're going to add a push-up. Inhale, come forward into a high plank position. Bring your shoulders over the wrist. Now come a little more forward and then slowly start to bend the elbows. Maybe come down so your shoulders and elbows in one line. Then press back into a high plank pose and back into a downward facing dog. Again, inhale, tricep wrapping back as you come forward into high plank. Exhale, lower down chaturanga. Press back into a high plank and come back into a down dog. Last one, inhale, come forward into a high plank pose. Exhale, lower down chaturanga. Inhale, back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Come into your Ragdoll Uttanasana. Feel how your hips are right over the heel line and then grab onto your elbows, soften the knees and let the crown of the head to come down towards the earth. Gently sway your body to right and left. And feel those areas in your body where you feel a little tighter. So maybe pause there for a second. Use your breath to open up that area. I feel my outer hip slightly, my IT bend. But you may feel more like your lower back or may feel more your hamstring muscle here. Bring the hands behind your lower back. Interlock the hands, press the palms together, squeeze the shoulder blades, and then straighten through the elbows, lengthen through the back of the neck as you drop the crown of the head down to the mat. Release the hands down to the earth. Walk back all the way into a downward facing dog. Deep inhale through the nose and let it out. Inhale, come forward into a high plank pose. Exhale, lower down to your chaturanga. Hold it there. Then slowly drop hips down, the belly down, point the toes back. Cobra Bhujangasana. Lift the chest away from the mat as you press the tops of your feet down to the mat. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Little to no weight in the hands. You're spinning the inner thighs to the ceiling and lifting the kneecaps away from the mat to energize through the legs. And press the pinky edge of the feet down to the earth. Deep inhale. Exhale, come on down. You're going to go back up. Inhale, Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. If you like, you can press into your palms a little more. Keep the distance in between the inner shoulders and inner ears. And then come up just halfway. Squeeze the shoulder blades open through the spine. And then slowly lower it down. Good. One more round. Inhale, lift up, low cobra, maybe come up all the way into your king cobra, keeping the thighs and knees down to the mat, maybe straightening through the arms, and then slowly lower it down. Good, we're going to come up into upward facing dog. Remember, you can always replace it with a nice little cobra pose if you're sensitive in your lower back. Slowly rise up, inhale, upward facing dog, maybe lift the thighs and the knees away from the mat, squeeze the shoulder blades. Feel the energy in the palms, press the earth away. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips come high to the sky. Slow deep inhale through the nose. Slow deep exhale out through the nose. Watching the breath, deep inhale, gaze forward, exhale. Step to the top of the mat, feet are together, inhale, halfway lift. Palms onto the shins, reach the crown of the head forward, squeeze the shoulder blades, belly strong. Exhale, fold forward. Stay there for a little longer. Drop the crown of the head down towards the mat, and then maybe bring the forearms behind the calves to start to pull the forehead down to your shins. Stacking the hips on top of the heels, leaning a little more forward, trusting yourself. Good, then place the hands onto your outer hips, engage your core with a flat spine, rise up all the way into a standing position, hands at your heart center. Root down to all four corners of your feet. Feel how you're lifting on the kneecaps, engage the thigh muscles, tug the tailbone under, pull the lower belly in, Lower the shoulders away from the ears. Blink your eyes open. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana with a flat spine. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into a high plank position. Lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're gonna get going right away. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up your heart. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands come back to your heart. Inhale, rise, lift it up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. With the breath, inhale, lift up your heart. Exhale, step or jump back to your low chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right away, third round. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up your heart. Exhale, fold forward, building heat in the body. Inhale, rise up. Hands back to your heart. Inhale, lift up the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up your heart. Exhale, travel back to your low chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now hold there for 3 breaths. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step up to the top of the mat. Inhale, Ardha, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend your knees, lift up the arms. Drop the thighs deeper. Shifting the body weight back to your heels. Tuck the tailbone under. And then imagine there is a block in between the inner thighs. You start to squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. Then you're going to feel your glutes, your outer hips being engaged. And you're going to also feel your lower belly is turning on. So you can tuck the tailbone under and keep the spine as long as you can. Add the arms. Turn the pinkies towards each other and straighten out through the elbows. If you feel like your shoulders are tighter, you can always open the arms more like into a V shape, but see if you can soften the inner shoulders away from the ears and turn the pinkies slightly in. Deep inhale. Sit down deeper and fly the arms back behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades, straighten out to the elbows and turn the palms down. Interlock the hands behind your back. Lift the fist away from the glutes. Squeeze the shoulder blades, straighten to the elbows. Lengthen to the back of the neck. And exhale, fold forward. Bring the forehead down to your shins. Lift the fist to the sky. Release the hands down to the mat. Toe heel your feet all the way mat distance apart. Your heels can stay on the mat. Your toes can hang off of the mat. And squat down all the way into your malasana. Hands at your heart center, pressing the elbows into the inner knees, lifting up the chest. Maybe just gently tuck the chin to the chest so your neck is part of the spine is lengthening out. Deep, slow inhale through the nose, pressing into those elbows into the inner knees. And hold it here as you exhale. Bring the hands down to the mat. Toe heel your feet back together all the way. Inhale, lift up your heart. And exhale, fold forward. One-legged Tadasana, lifting the left leg up. Root down to the right leg, lift the left leg up and away from the mat. Inhale the arms to the ceiling. Flex the left foot. Hands at your heart center, figure 4. Turn the left knee out, place the left ankle on top of the right knee. And then start to bend your knee and sit down into that figure 4. Lift up through the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades. Press the palms together, keep the neck long, and maybe come on down a little bit deeper. Maybe eventually your forearms can come down all the way onto the left shin. But keep the spine long. Lengthen out from your lower back. Deep inhale through the nose. And exhale out through the nose. Inhale, come on back into a one-legged Tadasana. Lift the left leg up. And as you exhale, fly the left leg back behind you. Bring the arms by your side. Turn the left pinky toe down to the mat and lift the left leg from the left inner thigh. You can bend your standing right leg to protect your hamstring muscle, but feel how you feel rooting down through all 4 corners of the right foot, and you feel the right outer hip being super engaged. Deep, slow inhale. Slowly bend your front leg, and then arrive into Warrior 1. Turn the back foot in, back heel is down. Inhale the arms all the way to the sky. Bring the hands onto your hips. And then start to guide your left hip forward as you pull the right thigh bone back into its socket. But as you do that, can you keep the back leg, the left leg, as straight as possible, lifting the left kneecap away from the mat and pressing the outer arch of the left foot down to the earth. Then pull the belly into the spine, hug the ribs towards each other, then add the arms, reach to the ceiling. Deep inhale through the nose. Lift the left inner knee away from the mat, press the outer arch of the left foot down to the earth. Exhale, fly the arms back. Reach the arms back, keep the back of the head, nice back of the neck nice and long. Interlock the hands behind your back. Deep inhale. Exhale, start to humble down. Maybe shimmy the right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Or if that's too much, just keep the chest lifted and keep hugging the right hip back. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, stay here. One more full round. Deep inhale through the nose. And stay here. Then slowly press into the feet. Rise up all the way into your warrior one. Lift up the arms. Exhale, open to the side, warrior two. Adjust your feet. Make it heel to heel alignment. Point the right toes and the right knee all the way forward. Now soften the right inner knee forward, the inner thigh forward as you engage your right outer hip and hug the right hip back into the center line. The back leg, just as in warrior one, it stays nice and solid, nice and straight. So lift the left inner knee away from the mat, press the outer arch of the left foot down to the mat, and with that, stay connected with that back foot. Deep inhale, maybe go down a little bit deeper as you exhale. Deep inhale, go down deeper, exhale. Flip the right palm, reach forward slightly, keep the leg through the right side body, then reverse your warrior without dumping into the left side body, lifting up from the waistline. You can rest the left fingertips down onto the left leg, but maybe find a half bind here. Deep inhale, stay here as you exhale. Windmill the hands down to the mat. Step back into a high plank pose, pause there, right palm stays down. Turn to the side, Savasana. Lift up the left arm, flex your feet, and stack the left hip on top of the right hip. Lift up from the right shoulder. Now see if you can slowly lift the left foot up and away from the right. Bend your back, the top leg, and then release the toes, the toe man of the left foot down behind the straight right leg. Lift up the left arm, lift up the hips, wild things. If it's too much to open through the shoulders, you can always keep it just like that or hold in your side plank Savasana. Slowly stack the ankles on top of each other. Then release the left palm down to the mat. Go through an optional vinyasa or skip the vinyasa and make your way back into your downward facing dog. Deep inhale through the nose. Let it out, exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up your heart. Exhale, fold forward. One-legged Tadasana, starting on the right side, right leg lifts, left leg down. Flex the right foot, lift up the arms. Bring your right knee aligned with the right hip and flex the right foot, so your right ankle is right underneath the right knee. Hands at your heart center, figure four, cross the right ankle on top of the left knee. Let your right knee to go out to the side as you send the hip straight back behind you. Flex the right foot to the right knee, protecting the knee joint. Then see if you can drop the right shin bone deeper, keeping the spine straight. Can you lean a little bit more forward? Maybe placing the forearms down onto your right calf as you squeeze the shoulder blades, pull the belly in. Slowly start to come back up. One-legged Tadasana, lift up the arms. Lean forward, send your right leg back. And coming to this airplane arm warrior 3 variation. Now you can soften the standing leg if you want, but try to straighten out to the lifted right leg. Lift the right heel, lifting it from the right inner thigh. Lift up from your waistline. Energize through the arms. Hug the left outer hip back into the center line. Reach the crown of the head forward. Slowly start to bend your left leg, soften it. Then arrive into warrior 1 as you turn the right heel down. Your right foot is in a 45-degree and add on the arms, reach the arms to the sky. Place your hands onto your hips and then start to guide your left hip back as you turn the right hip forward. But as you turn the right hip forward, can you keep that right leg strong and straight? And you start to press down to the outer arch of the right foot. Pull the belly in, the ribs towards each other. Then add the arms. Deep, slow inhale through the nose. Pull the belly in. Pull the ribs towards each other. And then see if you can drop the left thigh bone deeper, still feeling the connection with the right foot. Bring the arms by your side. Lean forward, interlock the hands, place the opposite index finger on top. Pull the left hip back, root down to the left right heel, and then slowly come forward. Now hold it here. That's absolutely enough. If you want to move forward, you can shimmy the left shoulder to the inside of the left knee, without letting the left hip to swing out to the side. Hold that center, feel the connection with the back foot. Deep inhale, stay here as you exhale. Root down to the feet. Inhale, rise back up. Warrior one, lift up the chest. Exhale, open to the side. Warrior two, open your feet a little wider. Point the left knee forward. Turn the back toes inward. And press the outer arch of the right foot firmly down to the mat. Soften the left inner knee, inner thigh forward. Hug the left outer hip back into the center line. Keep the torso right at the center line. So instead of leaning forward, you're leaning back. Find that center line so the sit bones are right underneath the brain. Deep inhale. Sit down deeper, exhale. Flip the left palm, reach forward, create length through the left side body. And then reverse your warrior, reach back behind you. Lift up from the right and left side body. Lift up from the left side waist. Your right fingertips are down to the back of the right leg. Or maybe finding a little bend. Deep inhale. Stay here. One more time, inhale. Exhale, inhale the hands down to the mat. Go through your vinyasa, step back. Lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog, hips high to the sky. Slow inhale through the nose. And exhale, let it out. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. Three-legged down dog. Bend your knee. Let your right heel fall over to the left side, but square the right shoulder down to the mat. Draw a couple circles with the right knee. Open enough through the hip joint. And as you exhale, guide your right knee all the way to the right tricep. Options, you can stay here, just working on touching the right tricep. Option two, you can add a chaturanga push-up, still squeezing the right knee into the right tricep, or go into your hurdler pose. I need to go away from the wall. Go into your hurdler pose, lean into your chaturanga arms. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, bring the right knee to the left tricep. Squeeze it in. Bring it over to the right. Then back to the left. Right. Inhale. Exhale left. One more time, right inhale. Exhale left and squeeze it in. Extend the right leg out to the side. Falling star. Left arm high. Push the earth away with the right arm. Slowly release. Left palm comes down to the mat. Inhale, right leg high to the sky. Exhale, step it all the way through to a low lunge. Set up the back foot for warrior one. And inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, open to the side, warrior two. Sit down nice and deep into your warrior two. Then we're going to go into extended side and go reach forward. Right elbow to the right thigh, left arm high to the sky. Bend your top arm, reach back behind your back. Roll the left shoulder back. Stay in your half bind or maybe reach with the right arm underneath you, coming into your full bind. 5 breaths. Roll the left shoulder back. Pull the right outer hip back. Root down to the outer arch of the back foot. Your right knee still pointing straight forward. Maybe you're dropping the right thigh bone a little deeper. Open up from the bind. Lift up the left arm. Come back up all the way straight and out through the front leg. Triangle Trikonasana. Reach forward. Release the right arm onto the right shin. The left arm high to the sky. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it out. Bend your top arm, reach back behind your back, finding that half bind. Roll the left shoulder to the ceiling, pull the belly in. Hold it here for 3 more breaths, or if as an option, you can lift up the bottom arm, turn the palm to the ceiling, reach the right fingertips forward, lengthen from the right side body. Neck is long, muscles around the face are soft. Release the right fingertips down, lift up the left arm to the sky, come on back to center, reverse your triangle, reach it all the way back, and exhale, windmill the hands down to the mat, Come on into a high plank pose. Pause there. Feet together, side plank on to the other side. Left palm down, right arm high to the sky. Flex your feet. Stacking the right hip on top of the left hip. Then as an option, you can lift up the top leg, bend your top knee, and release the bent right knee behind the straight left leg as you reach the right arm up and over. If it bothers your shoulders, you can just still hold in your side plank Savasana. And come on back, stacking the ankles on top of each other. Slowly come on, release the right palm down. Add an optional chaturanga or an optional vinyasa, or travel back to your down dog without the vinyasa. Inhale your left leg high to the sky. Bend the knees, stack the hips, but feel how you're still rolling the left shoulder down to the mat. Your chest is not open. Your left shoulder is as deep as your right shoulder. Maybe a couple circles with that knee to open up through that hip joint. Good, then as you exhale, bring the left knee to the left tricep. Options, keep holding it here. Second option, bending those elbows. Third option, going into your hurdler pose. Inhale, left leg high to the sky. Exhale, left knee to right tricep. Then as you inhale, bring it over to the left tricep. As you exhale to the right. Inhale to the left. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the left. Exhale to the right. Hold it there. Extend the left leg out to the side. Falling star, right arm high. Lift the hips. Turn the belly to the ceiling. Release the right palm down to the mat. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it through to low lunge. Set up warrior one. Inhale, rise up. Warrior one. Exhale, open to the side. Warrior two. Adjust your feet. Find that nice deep warrior two. Tuck the tailbone under, pull the belly in. Then reach forward, come on into extended side angle. Left elbow down, right arm comes high to the sky. Bend your top arm. Reach it back behind your back, finding the half bind. Roll the right shoulder to the ceiling. Hold it here in your half bind, or maybe reach the left arm underneath you. Find your right arm and open up 5 more breaths. Back leg is strong. Outer arch of the right foot is pressing down to the mat. Breath is fluid. Face is soft. Release from the bind. Slowly rise up. Straighten out through the front leg. Triangle Trikonasana. Reach forward. Pull the left hip back. Reach the left arm forward. Exhale. Release the left arm down. Right arm high. Feel how your back is against the wall here. Bend your top arm, reach back behind your back. It's an internal rotation with the right arm. Roll the right shoulder up and back. Keep the neck nice and long, the muscles around the face soft. Hold it here, or for the next 3 breaths, see if you can lift up the left arm up and away from the left shin. Still connect to the back foot. Deep inhale, turn the left palm to the ceiling. Then slowly release it down. Inhale, reach the right arm high. Rise up, reverse your triangle, reach it all the way back. And come back to center. Turn the left toes in and straighten out through the legs. I'm going to flip around. I'm facing towards you guys. Make your feet parallel. Bring your arms out to the side. Bring the hips and the heels in one line and commit to that. So as we're going to go forward, your hips going to go back behind the heel line. Keep it right around in the heel line and lean forward using your strong core muscles. Bring your hands onto your lower back. Press your thumbs onto your sacrum and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Then slowly start to lean forward. Start to feel the hips as they want to go behind the heel line. They want to sneak behind the heel line. Don't let that happen. Lean more forward. Really utilize the strong core muscles to really reach with the crown of the head forward. Gently tuck the chin to the chest so you're not stressing the neck. You're keeping the back of the neck nice and long. Deep, slow inhale through the nose. Hold it here as you exhale. Lean more forward, just a couple more inches. Then slowly release the head down towards the mat. Hold it here. Bring the hands down to the earth. Bring the hands shoulder distance apart and see if you can walk your hands back all the way. So the heels of the hands and the heels of the feet gonna be in one line. If you have that, and the crown of the head can come down to the mat, you can start to get into your tripod headstand. But first make sure your crown of the head is pressing straight down to the mat. Your hands are shoulder distance apart and you're creating a triangle shape in between the palms and the crown of the head. Lean into your hand and your crown. 3 points, then maybe slowly lifting the legs up and away from the mat. If you lifted the legs up, slowly open up the legs, slowly. Then see if you can slowly release the feet down back to the earth with control. Place the hands onto your hips with a flat spine, rise up all the way. Inhale the arms to the sky, turn the toes out, the heels in, 5-pointed star. Bring the hands to your heart center, bend your knees, sit down into your goddess pose. Turn the toes out, your knees are over the ankles. You're working hard with the outer hip muscles to turn the knees towards the second toenail. You're tucking the tailbone under, you're balancing the crown over the sit bone. Then inhale the arms up to the ceiling, turn the palms towards each other. Bring the fingers behind the ears, and as you exhale, slowly start to lean to the right. Come back to center, don't move the legs. Exhale, slowly start to lean to the left. Come back to center, exhale to the right. Back to center, exhale to left, draw the thighs deeper. Inhale back to center, exhale to the right. Inhale back to center, exhale to the right. 100 more, no, just kidding. Inhale, exhale to the right. Come back to center, exhale to the left. Come back to center, hold there, bring the arms up and over the head, draw the thighs deeper, hold it there. 3 more, slow breath. Exhale, 2 more. Exhale, last one. And exhale, slowly straighten the legs, reach the arms up, turn towards the front of the mat, step the feet together, Tadasana mountain pose. Good job. Now we're gonna place the hand onto the left hip, lift up the right leg, and then reach down for your right foot. If this is too extreme, I'm like, no way, I'm not getting my toe, then you're gonna grab the knee. That's totally fine. Grab the foot or grab the knee. Then make sure your standing left leg is strong. Then gently start to kick the toe out if you have the toe. If you have the knee, just hold on the knee. Work on balancing on the left leg. Kick the right foot in front of you if you have the toe. And maybe keep the right knee bent the whole time, but work on making the standing left leg straight. And maybe you're gonna straighten out through the right leg as well, but that's just an option. Slow inhale through the nose. Slowly open out to the side without lifting the right hip higher than the left. So level out to the hips, and then gently, either the knee out to the side, knee out to the side, or the foot out to the side. Deep inhale. Slowly bring the right leg back to center. Keep the right heel as high as you can. Lift the arms to the sky. Deep inhale through the nose, pull the belly in. Exhale here. Eagle pose, right leg wraps around the left leg. Kickstand or bind, maybe a full bind as you're wrapping the right toes around the left shin. And then wrap the right elbow underneath the left. So right knee over, right elbow under. Maybe finding opposite shoulders, maybe finding your bind here. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Find your balance. Tuck the tailbone under. And lean back a little bit more. Squeeze the inner thighs, squeeze the elbows together. Lift the elbows all the way shoulder height and press your forearms forward so you feel a beautiful opening in between the shoulder blades. Deep inhale through the nose. And exhale. Slowly release. Tadasana, mountain pose. Good, then place the right hand onto your right hip. Lift up the left knee. Grab onto your left knee or reach down inside of the left knee, grabbing onto the left toe. Make your standing right leg straight and strong and commit to keeping the crown of the head over the right heel. Now, if you have the knee, just keep it right there. Work on the straight right leg and work on your balance. If you have the toe, without leaning forward with your upper body, start to kick your left leg forward. Maybe you're gonna keep a bend into the left leg, that's totally fine. But try to work on the straightness of the right leg, your standing leg. Keeping the crown of the head balancing over the right heel. Hold it here, 3 more breaths. Now if you have the knee, you're gonna start to slowly guide your left knee out to the side. If you have the foot, you're gonna slowly guide your foot out to the side without lifting the left hip higher than the right. Level out the hips. Root down to the center of the right heel. Right big toe mound, right pinky toe mound. Pull the belly in. Keep the crown of the head balancing over the right heel. Slowly guide your left leg back to center. Keep the left heel as high as you can. Just release the foot and lift the arms up. Hold it here. You can point or flex the left foot, whatever feels better. It doesn't matter. You can tug the tailbone under and lift the left leg a little higher. Eagle. Wrap the left leg over the right. Kickstand, full bind, bind. Whatever you have in your practice. Balance out. Do the same thing what you did on the other side. Left knee over, left elbow under. Squeezing the inner thigh, squeezing the elbows together. Lean back a little bit more. Focus on the breath. Detoxifying the body. All major joints in the body. Squeeze everything together. Focus on you. Slowly release. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale, lift up the arms. Bend your knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. Right hands to your heart center. Lean forward with your upper body. Drop the thighs deeper. Exhale, twist. Hold the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Press the palms together. Shift the body weight back to your heels. Lengthen out from your lower back and try not to twist in your hips. Twist from your belly. So as you inhale, focus on the length of the spine. And as you exhale, focus on the softening the belly and twisting your spine. Drop the thighs deeper. And come back to center. Keep the thighs as deep as you can. Lift up the arms. Bring the hands to your heart center. Lean forward. Hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Press the palms together and twist. Again, check onto your lower back sacrum situation. Make sure it's nice and flat. You're not lifting your left hip higher than the right. Your knees are still in one line. Then inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, soften and twist. Good, then come back to center. Inhale, lift up the arms. Bring your hands to your heart center. Lift up the heels away from the mat. Balance onto your toe mounts. Drop the thighs a little deeper. Maybe a little deeper. Lift the heels a little higher. Good, and slowly release the heels all the way down. And come on down onto your mat. Good job. You're going to lay down onto your mat. So you're going to start with a little bit of an eagle crunching. Right leg over the left leg. Right elbow under the left elbow. You can find your full bind. It doesn't have to be a full bind. But make sure your knees are crossing and the elbows are crossing. So you can grab onto opposite shoulder. That's fine too. As you exhale, lift everything up. Lift the shoulder blades and lift the tailbone away from the mat. So you really feel your lower belly as well. Inhale. Reach everything away from each other. Exhale. Crunch it up. Good. Now we're going to get going. Inhale. Reach. Exhale. Lift up. Shh. Inhale. Reach. Exhale. Crunch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. 5 more. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Hold it up. Hold everything up. Lift the tailbone away from that. Lift the shoulder blades. Hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Hug the knees to your chest. Rest the back of the skull down onto the earth. And coming to eagle crunches on the left side. Cross the left knee over the right knee. Left elbow underneath the right elbow. Find your opposite shoulders. Bind, full bind. Then exhale, crunch everything in. Lift up the tailbone. Lift the shoulder weights away from the mat. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch it in. Shh. Inhale. Exhale, crunch. Good. 8 times. Inhale. And exhale. 7. Inhale. And exhale. 6. Inhale. Exhale. 5. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Oh my gosh. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Crunch it in. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Crunch it in and hold everything up. Lift the tailbone away from the, lift the shoulder blade. Squeeze it. Squeeze. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release hands onto your shins. Grab onto your knees. Roll to right. Roll to left. Bring the knees into a tabletop position. Flex your feet and make your shins parallel to the mat. Arms by your side. Lift up the shoulder blades and reach your fingers forward.
Turn the palms towards each other as you lift the shoulder blades away from the mat. So really feel how you're turning on the core muscles already here. Then slowly start to extend the right leg forward and keep your lower belly pulled into the spine. Good, then exhale, switch legs. Left leg long, right knee comes in. Exhale, switch. And exhale, switch. Good. 5 more times. Exhale. And exhale. Exhale. Pull the belly in. Exhale. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. Right knee comes back. So your right knee is in. Your left leg is long. Inlock the hands. Steeple grip. Release the index finger. Cross your thumb. And lift the shoulder blades, especially the left shoulder blade. Reach to the outside of the right knee. Maybe straighten the right leg. And reach to the outside of the right ankle. Hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rebend the knees. Reach the arms to the outside of the left knee. Extend the right leg forward. You can hold it here with the left knee bent, or you can extend the left leg and reach to the outside of the left ankle and hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Hug the knees to your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze, a little hug. Good. Last little exercise, core exercise. We're going to do like a reverse crow pose here, and then we're going to see if you can practice our crow pose the right way. All right? So first, bring the arms over the shoulder line. Your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders going to stay in one line the whole time. Meaning, your arms not going to go this way. They're going to stay right over the shoulder. All right? So commit to that. Flex your palms. Like imagine there is the ceiling right over the palms and you're going to eventually want to push the ceiling away from you. Then first, bring the big toes to touch. Keep the knees hip distance apart. Then tuck the tailbone under and squeeze the knees onto your triceps. Now, to do that, don't bring the triceps to your knees. Bring the knees to your triceps. You have to lift the lower back away from the mat. Good. Now your lower belly is already on fire because your lower back is lifted using your lower belly muscles. Now add on, so to push that imaginary ceiling away from you, sliding the triceps up onto your knees, like you're trying to push that ceiling all the way up, hold it here, shoulder blades lifted, tailbones lifted, everything is on, and slowly release it back down, hug the knees to your chest. So I want you to do that so you can really feel your core muscles. How important is that to use your core muscles in crow pose? So we're going to do the same thing. You're just going to turn around and do our little crow pose. All right. So crow pose prep. It doesn't mean that you have to go into your crow pose, but let's get at least into the prep position. Hands are shoulder distance apart. Open up to the palms as much as you can. So separate the fingers away from each other, like forcefully spread them. Press down into all 10 knuckles. Then check onto the elbows. Are the elbows going out to the side this way, or can you wrap the elbows back and point the triceps behind you? So the eye of the elbow is going to point straight back behind you and you're going to commit to that. Alright? Lifting the hips high. Now start to practice just to bend the elbows, and the elbows are still pointing backwards. They're not going out to the side. The elbows pointing still backwards. Good. Then place the knees onto the triceps. Your elbows are still pointing back, right? Keep checking onto the elbows. Then start to just simply reach your chest forward. Reach your chest forward like a little teeter-totter. You want to get into that balancing moment when you feel like, oh my gosh, my toes are so light, I can actually pick them away from the mat. Round through the upper spine, and then start to utilize the core muscles. It's not just your shoulder, it's not just your poor wrist, it's also your strong core. Now come forward, leaning to that. Start to feel your toes being light. Pull the lower belly in, round through the upper spine, and see if you can pick up your right foot. And then switch, pick up the left foot. And then maybe keeping the left foot lifted, maybe leaning enough forward, picking up the right toes. And hold it there for 3 breaths if you can. Maybe your big toe is gonna go to touch. Deep inhale. Then maybe you wanna just shoot the legs back and go into a low chaturanga. Good job, come back. Up dog. And downward facing dog. Hips come high to the sky. Inhale your right leg high. Point the right toes down, level out through the hips. Then point the right toes back behind you and lift the right leg higher. Open up through the right hip. 3-legged down dog. Feeling that down dog split. Exhale, pull the knee to your nose. Round through the spine. Tuck the chin to the chest. See if you can kiss your knee. And then gaze forward. Step the right leg all the way forward. Coming into a runner's lunge. So start to toe heel the right foot all the way to the right edge of the mat.
Palms come to the inside of the right foot. Your left leg is lifted. Deep, slow inhale through the nose. Lengthen from the back heel all the way to the crown of the head. Then drop the left knee down. And then see if like that, point the left toes back. Maybe slide the left knee a little bit further behind you. So you really feel that opening through the left frontal hip bone. You also feel the opening in your right hip joint. And you can come down onto your forearms, onto the elbows if you like. Now from here, I'm going to give you another option. You can start to shimmy your right shoulder underneath the right knee. And then you can see if you can pick up the left knee, tucking the left toes under, and maybe bring your arms out to the side and come on onto your spider fingers. You can also try to bring the right arm back behind you, and maybe even the left arm back behind you and balance. Or, you're perfectly set up here. You can just squeeze that right knee in, lean into your chaturanga arms, and do another hurdler here. Whoops. Good job. Come on back. Runner's lunge. Toe heel your right foot back to center. Drop the left knee down. Straighten out to the right leg. Pull the right hip back. Half split pose. Feel the stretch to the right hamstring. Deep, slow inhale. Exhale, maybe bending the elbows, but keeping the lower back as long as you can. Come back to center. Rebend the right leg. Left palm down. Right arm reaches back. Bend your back leg and reach back for your foot or ankle. Kick into your right palm. Roll the right shoulder back. Good, release. Come back to center, half pigeon. Toe heel the right foot to the left side of the mat. Drop the right shin bone down, point the left toes back. Try to make your right shin bone as parallel as possible with the front of your mat. But it's totally fine to let the heel to come inward. But square your hips forward, turn in the left hip forward, pull the right hip back. Inhale, exhale, start to come down onto the elbows. Deep, slow inhale. And maybe coming down all the way onto your chest, onto your forehead. Five more breaths here. See if you can let go of your thoughts. And simply focus on your breath. Softening the hips. Each inhale you find that nice length through the spine. Each exhale you go a little deeper down. Good job. Come back onto your hands. Tuck the back toes under. Lift the right leg high to the sky. You can go through a three-legged flow, coming forward, keeping the right leg lifted. That's just an option. You can skip the whole vinyasa. Just simply hold your downward facing dog. You can inhale your left leg up just halfway. Point the left toes down, level out to the hips. Feel the weight into the left and right palm equally. And point the left toe and lift it nice and high, coming to the down dog split. Engage the left glute to lift the left toe even higher. Exhale, pull the knee to your nose. Gaze back to your left knee. Touch that left knee with the forehead. Gaze forward. Step the left foot forward. Toe heel the left foot to the outside of the mat. Both palm comes to the inside of the left foot. Runner's lunge. Keep your right leg active for the first couple of breaths. In fact, work on trying to make that right leg as straight as possible, lifting the right kneecap away from the mat. Feeling the energy from the right heel all the way to the crown of the mat, the crown of the head. Deep inhale and exhale. Now drop the right knee down, point the right toes back, and maybe then slide your right knee a little bit back behind you. You can stay onto your palms, you can come down onto your forearms if you like. You can stay here the whole time, or you can try to work on shimmy the left shoulder underneath the left knee. And then bring the fingertips out to the side. And then you can try to tuck the back toes under and lift the right knee away from the mat. You can also try to do a half bind here, bringing the arms behind you. Or another option, coming into that hurdler pose on the other side, lifting the legs up, coming to your chaturanga arms. Good, slowly come back into that runner's lunge. Toe heel your foot back to center. Your right knee is down onto the mat. Right palm down. Left arm back behind you. Bend your right leg. Kick into your left palm. Roll the left shoulder to the ceiling. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale. Release the back foot. Half split on the left side, straighten out to the left leg, flex the left foot, pull the left thigh back into its socket. Slow inhale, lengthen, reach the chest forward, reach the sternum forward. Exhale, come down a little deeper. Flex the left foot, feel that stretch in your calf. Feel that stretch in the left hamstring. Come back to center. And then come into half pigeon pose as you toe wheel the left foot to the right side of the mat. Work on making the left shin bone as parallel as possible with the front of the mat. Point the right toes back, turn the right hip forward, pull the left hip back. Deep inhale, exhale, come down. First just on the forearms. Find that length again. Soften the muscles around the left hip joint. And as you exhale, go all the way down. Forehead down, chest down onto the mat. Tune in with the breath. Letting go of the thoughts. Feeling the body from the inside. Taking a moment to scanning your body from the toes all the way to the crown of the head. Slow, steady breath in and out through the nose. Come on back onto your palms. Tuck the back toes under, lift the right knee away from the mat, lift the left leg high. Gently make your way back into your down dog, or maybe go through a vinyasa, even keeping that left leg lifted if you like. Downward facing dog. Come forward into a high plank position from your down dog. Come on down onto your forearms, onto your elbows. Side plank. Left palm turns in, roll to the outer arch of the left foot and lift the right arm high to the sky. Come back to center. Hold at center. Turn the right fingers in. Roll to the other side. Lift the left arm high to the sky. Come on back to center. Forearm plank. Walk the toes in, dolphin pose. Opening through the shoulders. Lift the tailbone high, softening the knees as much as you need it. Straighten out to the spine. Then you can hold here. You can start to lift up the right leg and then switch to the left side. Then you can also go into a Pinchamayurasana, forearm balance. Lifting the leg up, maybe finding a wall. Maybe gently bring the feet away from the wall. Slowly come on back. Forearm plank. Hold there 3 breaths. Belly down, hips down. Sphinx pose. Press down to the forearms, squeeze the shoulder blades, press into the tops of your feet, activate the legs. Good. Come on down and all the way to your mat. Arms by your side, turn the palms down, the thumbs up. Inhale, lift up the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together onto your back. Lift up the legs, keeping the legs straight, so lift from the shin bones. Spin the inner thighs to the ceiling. Then lift up the palms. Reach the fingers back to your heels, lengthen through the whole spine, lengthen through the legs. Interlock the hands behind your back, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the fist away from the glutes. Hold it here, or bend your leg, both. Capture the feet or ankle, floor bow. Release. Big toes to touch. Gaze over to the right, left ear down to the mat. Heels falling out to the side. And back to center. Gaze over to the left. You then come back to center. Rise up. Come into a seated position. Stretch both legs in front of you. Sitting in Dandasana, grab the flesh from underneath your arms by your side. Roll the shoulders back. Pull the belly in. If you're having a hard time sitting up nice and tall, maybe bend the knees and then work on that upright spine. Inhale the arms to the ceiling, turn the palms towards each other. Lift up from the waistline. Keep all this length as you exhale, fold forward. Lift up the chest, inhale. Exhale, go forward. One more time, inhale, lift up the chest. Exhale, fold, mat.
Inhale, lift up the chest.
Bend your knees, soles of the feet down onto the mat. Reach the arms forward and coming all the way back down onto your mat.
Hug the knees in.
Happy baby, soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. Reach from the inside of the knees. Lower the tailbone down. Tuck the chin to the chest.
Maybe slowly extend the legs out to the side if you like.
Come back to center. Hug the knees to your chest. Then cross the right knee on top of the left knee. Shift the hips slightly to the right. Bring the right arm into a goalpost and let the knees fall over to the left.
It's a nice deep twist in your lower back.
If this is too much, you can always stack the knees on top of each other or do a regular supine twist, left leg long, right knee into the chest and twist. Slowly come back to center. Other side, cross the left knee on top of the right. Shift the hips slightly to the left. Left elbow comes into a goalpost and then drop the knees over to the right. Slowly come back to center. Hug both knees onto your chest. Maybe lift the forehead all the way to your knees. And slowly release. Come down onto your mat, Savasana. Turn the palms to the ceiling. Bring the shoulder blades a little closer together. Tuck the chin to the chest. Find a nice lift for your heart. Take a deep and rich inhale breath through the nose. Feeling up the entire body all the way to the very top. Hold it at the top, sipping more and more air in. Hold it there. Find that stillness. Then open your mouth and softly let it out. Let it go. Sink into the mat. Sink into the earth. Softening the whole body here. Going through from the toes to the fingertips, to the crown of the head. Making sure that every single part of the body is participating in the process of letting go. If you enjoy this moment for yourself, please stay here as long as you like. Savasana is an amazing place to heal you on the inside. If you're ready to move forward, gently turn the head to the left. Turn the head to the right. Move your right fingers. Move your left fingers. Your right toes. The left toes. Move all this all together. And then reach the arms all the way up and overhead. Take a full body stretch. Hug the knees to your chest and roll over to your right side and then gently press yourself up into a comfortable seat. You have arrived. Crossing the shins, Sukhasana, hands at your heart. Feeling your beautiful beating heart here. Just noticing the shift in the mind, in the body. Simply focusing on your breath for 60 minutes. Focusing on yourself for 60 minutes. Freeing your mind from the thoughts, from the stress, from the anxiety. And really creating space on your mat, being in the present moment. Gently lift the thumbs in between the eyebrows. Lift the gaze to the ceiling with a gentle little smile on your face. Blink your eyes open. You bow forward, sealing into our practice. Namaste. Thank you so much, yogis, for coming and practicing with me on this beautiful Monday morning. My name is Francesca and I'm the founder and creative director of Aura 7, and I'm super excited to be here every morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time to serve my community and show up for my community. Please leave me a couple of comments, messages, whatever you guys need, anything what you need to know about your practice, I can help you with. I'm here for you all the time. We have a couple of fun events coming up this coming Saturday, I believe so. We're gonna have a fantastic guest coming and teaching us an amazing, very unique workout called Amazon Body, and I'm super excited about it. So stay tuned and find out the details here at Aura 7 Activewear. You're gonna find out about it all. Make sure you sign up to our email list so you can learn about the launch date and learn about all the exciting news. You can find that in the bio on Instagram. You guys know that. All right. Have a wonderful day. You can also find these yoga classes at YouTube at Aura 7 Yoga. Have a wonderful day, guys. See you soon.